Hello guys, how are you? And welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Aston Villa and me, John, aka Old Man Sudor. And as you can see on the screen there, 1 point separates three of us there. You've got Man U, Chelsea and Aston Villa all fighting for that third and fourth spot. We play Manchester United and Man City. We're basically staying up in Manchester for the next couple of days. And Chelsea play Liverpool as their last game of the season. So really we're in the best spot we possibly could be at the moment, but two really difficult games. If we can beat Manchester United or Man City, we obviously will qualify for Champions League. If not, it will be for the Europa Cup. Obviously it'd be fantastic if we get Champions League. It's going to be difficult, two good teams we've got to play, but Man City have already got the Championship, so maybe that might help us a little bit. I don't know. It's really good. We'll show you how we got there though since the last game. Last game was obviously the Arsenal game, and as you can see, we've played a good amount of them there. We played Newcastle in the FA Cup, drew 1-1, got the penalties, beat them on penalties. Wasn't the best of games. Really, we should have done a bit better. We then played Burnley. We won 4-1. Absolutely fantastic. Wesley getting the goals there. Edouard and Mings as well. Chelsea came along and they beat us 2-1, scoring in the 95th minute. Honestly, absolutely gutted that we lost that. We should have at least got a draw out of it, I felt. But it is what it is, I guess. These things happen. We then played Norwich. Comfortable 3-1 win in the FA Cup, getting us through to the quarterfinals. Trezeguet, Idris and Louise getting the goals for us there. Heaton actually getting the own goal right at the end of the game for Norwich. We absolutely dominated it. It was a really good performance. Then played Bournemouth at home, 2 goals there, and really good performance actually against a Bournemouth team that we struggle against usually. They actually did really well. They finished I think they're 7th or something like that. But a good 2-0 win there for us. And then we went on this little bit of a bad patch, and I was really annoyed. Watford game, we drew 1-0, not a bad result I guess, but we could have done a little bit better. Trezeguet getting the goal there, as you can see, for us. We then came to the Fulham game. If we'd won this game, we would have probably got Champions League by now, but we just didn't turn up. Fulham just were the better side, scored early on, and that was it. It was such a boring game. Then played Man City in the FA Cup semi-final. Really close game actually. It took 80 minutes till Man City scored. We took them all the way. It was really unlucky, I felt. 1 or 2 injuries haven't helped. 1 or 2 other bits didn't help, but overall not a bad result for us, I guess, or not too bad a game, I guess. We did pretty well in the FA Cup, better than we were expected to do anyway. Then played Wolves in another game that we really should have won. Really annoyed a little bit. 1-1 there. Almost lost it as well, which would have put us in a really difficult spot. We just went on a bit of bad form, unfortunately. We played Stoke and got a 2-0 win there, which was a good result for us. We needed that win. And we then played Tottenham and it was 2-2, as you can see there. We came back really nicely and scored right at the end there. Didn't stop fighting until the very end. Got the equaliser, which puts us in the position we're in now. And like I said, it's so close. You've got Man U, you've got Chelsea and us. We play Manchester United. If we beat them, then you'd have to say, well, there's no way we can't then be in Champions League. Even if we lose, Chelsea need to beat Liverpool. Chelsea play Liverpool for their last game of the season if we go to the schedule, which you'd like to think maybe that would be good for us, but it's going to be difficult. Manchester United we've not beaten before. Man City we haven't beaten before. Either way, these are going to be 2 difficult games. We're going to quickly do 2 games as well, hopefully, in this episode. So it might be a bit of a longer episode, so we can see where we end up. Right, we'll go to the fixtures. Let's get through to it straight away and see how we get on. Usual sort of team, I think. It's going to be Pancho, it's going to be Target, Mings, Engels and Gilbert. McGinn and Phillips in the middle. El Ghazi and Idris are on the wings with Grealish and Wesley up front. The only reason I'm not playing Trezeguet is he's on 88%. Jack Grealish is as well. We ain't got a replacement for him. So a couple of tired legs out there. But there's no reason we shouldn't be able to beat a team like Manchester United now, especially with how well we've been doing this season. This Liverpool, Man City maybe are a bit too strong, but the rest of the teams we really should be going up against and giving as good as we can. We owe Manchester United. We'll save that. It's gone down okay. We'll do that. Send that to the assistant, and let's see how we get on. I say if we can get even a draw here would be really good for us, but a win would be absolutely fantastic. We'll see how we get on. Like I said, I think they've got Greenwood up front, which is quite surprising. They must have a couple of injuries there, but like I said, it's going to be a tough game. But we might be able to get something out of it. But it's Manchester United with the first corner. Keeper collects it quite safely, and we'll see what happens now as he launches it forward to El Ghazi, who's got a bit of room down this line, but he looks like he's pulled a hamstring or something there because he's on the floor. But Wesley, the keeper almost made a mistake, and Wesley almost got a chance, and he does get to the ball, but what's happened to El Ghazi? He looked like he might have pulled a hamstring, I think. Groin injury, he pulled up, didn't he? Right, so we'll bring on Trezeguet there, which is a bit of a shame because it would have been quite nice to have gave him a bit of a rest, but yeah, it's like at least there's not many games left, I guess. We can rest over the summer break. But then Wesley had a fantastic chance and really should have done something a little bit more. It's another corner or throw in now to Manchester United as Pogba gets the ball, whips it in, but we're going to get there. Wesley's going to collect it and he gives it to Grealish now. We've got a bit of a chance maybe here. We knock it back to Gilbert. Gilbert, can he do something here? He knocks it back to Phillips. Phillips now, what's he going to do? Switches it to McGinn, back to Phillips, who switches it out wide to Trezeguet. Trezeguet now gets past his player maybe, just about, gets across him, but it's not particularly good, and De Gea is going to grab it quite easily. 12 minutes gone. We've been probably slightly the better side. I wouldn't say we've been majorly the better side, but we've possibly been slightly better side. We've had a few more opportunities, it looks like, than they have. We'll demand a little bit more and try and really go at them. So I'm just still annoyed that El Ghazi got injured there. That would have been really nice if he had Grealish saying indicate he wants to come off. Grealish has now been injured. They're absolutely battering us. Right, Grealish. We'll bring on Edouard for you. We're going to have to make that change there. Tactics wise, you come up here. You can go target man. We'll swap you two around, and you can go as an advanced forward. And we're going to have to go attacking and see how we get on. 25 minutes gone. It shouldn't change too much really with the target man. It's going to drop down a little bit further. That's my thinking anyway. So there shouldn't be a major amount of difference really in how we're playing and what we're doing. We'll demand a little bit more from the team. Engels pressured a little bit there, but still feel like we could maybe pinch a goal if we get the right play. Right, target then switches the ball to Idris. Idris has got a lot of room, goes running down that line. Is he going to knock the ball back a bit maybe? That was a bloody poor pass there, and now it's a chance for Martial to come forward. He takes it all on, but the keeper with good hands blocks it for a corner. 32 minutes gone. And overall, like I said, it's a close game, as we expected. Manchester United, though, maybe are having one or two more little opportunities now. Maguire puts it to Pogba now, and Pogba gets it again. They're playing it around quite nicely in the central bit, but we are sort of giving them, that's a poor defending. That's good defending by Target. Takes out the ball and takes out the man. It looked like a little bit there as well. Mings has been booked. We've had a couple of yellow cards, which is a bit worrying there. And one or two players still not playing maybe fantastic. Let's shout and demand a little bit more again, just going into the last few minutes. It's a throw in to us. What can we do here? We get it out to Phillips. Phillips has got a little bit of room to move forward, as he does, and he puts it out wide. Now, what can we do here? He gets past one player. He's making a decent run. He takes a shot, and it just goes wide, but we do get there, and we put a cross in as McGinn. Phillips then blasts it. It hits one or two Manchester United players and finally goes out for a throw-in. We've had a couple of good chances. We just need to maybe try and take one or two more of these. We've got a corner now. Can we do it? We're pretty good in the air. Phillips puts the ball in. We can't get there. McGinn's going to collect it now. Gets it out to Edouard. Edouard takes a shot and it just hits the defender. We put a cross in now. And Idris to Wesley. Get in there. Wesley with his 17th goal of the season. He's one of the top goal scorers in the league. He's doing absolutely bloody fantastic for us. As that's a good bit of play there. I mean, we were a little bit unfortunate really that these shots got blocked, but then Mings with a fantastic cross actually behind the defence and in between the defence and the goalie, and Idris just then knocks it calmly back to Wesley, who really just has to make sure he gets it on target. And we're going to go 1-0 up at half time. We might even get two here. There's something going to happen here. Phillips with the ball now, gives it back to Engels. Engels to Gilbert. Gilbert, what's he going to do here? Puts it back to Engels. Engels now to Gilbert. We're getting a little bit. We need to make some room, really. We need to make some space. Get out to Phillips. Phillips now tries to cross it to McGinn. McGinn back to Phillips. We've got a little bit of room. Israel now with the ball. Phillips back to Engels. What's going on here? Why is this a highlight? Gilbert back to Phillips. We really aren't making any sort of room at the moment. Gilbert with the ball. Can he get down the line maybe and get across? And he tries to. Gets it to Idris. Idris now gets it to Phillips. Phillips got a little bit of room. Gets it to Wesley. Wesley. Oh, Trezeguet with the goals. 2 goals now. That was a hell of a goal. Get in there, my son. Absolutely bloody fantastic. I mean, if we win this, there's no point playing the last game because we're through and we're going to finish third. Wesley just knocks it off to Trezeguet, who takes a step back and absolutely fires it into that bottom right-hand corner. Absolutely fantastic. Let's just hope we don't do a Sheffield United now and go and end up drawing the game. If you'll watch that game, you'll know exactly what I mean, because it's just happened and it's just finished pretty much. Right, passionately, what can we say? I'm very happy. Keep it up, lads. That's all we can say to them. They're playing fantastic. We'll carry on, see how we get on. I mean, really, we've only got a couple of, hopefully, only a couple of minutes in real life before we make it back to the Champions League. Aston Villa haven't been in Champions League in years. It would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, they won it in 1981, or what's the equivalent of that anyway. And let's see how we get on. 53 minutes gone. Not much is really happening. It's been a bit of a quiet second half so far. We'll take that. We're going to have to make a couple of changes soon because we've got a couple of players on yellow cards. 1 or 2 players looking a little bit tired as well. So maybe we'll have to make a change. Let's demand a little bit more from the team, as it's a corner to Manchester United now. They put the ball in. We clear it with a good header from Engels. But then it's what a rocket there by... Farin, is it? I don't know how you pronounce that name, but a good goal actually by them. He absolutely fired that in, didn't he? We headed it out and you'd think it was maybe safe, but then he takes his 2 touches and just rockets. It might have even taken a slight deflection there. 20th goal of the season for him. Not a bad return, I would imagine. There. Right, we're going to make a couple of changes. 1 or 2 of these players can't really go in for tackles and that at the moment, it feels like. So McGinn's coming off for Louise. Target's looking a bit tired, so we're going to bring out Mings out onto the left, and we're going to put on Courtney Hayes in. We can't make any more substitutions because of the injuries. I forgot. Oh, bollocks. Right, tactics. You go back there quickly, confirm that, and let's see. We've got 25 minutes. Can we hold on for 25 minutes? We'll demand a little bit more and we'll see how we get on. It looks like they've changed to a shorter passing style. We're going to knock that back to balanced as well because we want to be a little bit more defensive minded. 72, 73 minutes. Let's make that change. We might have to drop 1 or 2 players back, which wouldn't be the best thing in the world, but I think we're going to have to. Right, Edouard can play here, so we're going to put you there as an advanced playmaker on support, and we'll see how that goes. We just want to try and make it a little bit more sort of harder for them. I might even make 1 or 2 more changes in a second. Right, we'll see if we can get through just another minute or 2. Look, we've had 21 shots, 10 on target. We deserve to win this by an absolute mile, really, if you look at the stats. So it'll be an absolute shame if we don't. Right, 5 minutes left to go. Quickly pause that tactics. Right, we want to waste as much time as possible, so we need to go to possession. Time wasting. Absolutely waste all of the time we possibly can. We're not going to go on defensive or anything like that though, and we'll just leave it at that. Let's go to the pitch, confirm that change, and let's hope we can just see out the last few minutes. It would be absolutely fantastic if we can make out the last few minutes. Target now to Edouard. Edouard back to target. He gives it to Phillips. Phillips with the ball gives it to Mings. Mings now all the way back to the keeper, who's came out of an exuberant amount there, but we do play it still. Ingles now gets it out to Gilbert. He's got a bit of room. Can he get a cross in, or is he going to take a shot himself? He takes a shot himself and it goes over, and with 88 minutes gone, 89 minutes gone, there's 3 minutes of extra time. We are 3 minutes away from the Champions League. Can we do this? 3 minutes away, 1 minute 50 seconds, 1 minute away. Can we do this? 30 seconds. We are into the Champions League. An absolutely fantastic win by us there. Passionately, what can we say? It was really special. No one gave us a chance. Congratulations. That's all we can say. I'm pretty sure this means we are into the Champions League. Aston Villa deserve victory. El Ghazi, how long is he injured for? 4 weeks. That's an absolute not particularly good for us, is it? Qualify for the Champions League, as you can see there. Absolutely fantastic. We have got European football back there. at Villa Park. Board set the initial budget. We've got 50 million to spend, 1.6 million. We need to get a couple of players in. Trezeguet shines. Padre spotted. Who's he looking to buy possibly? Engels. He's not having him. Right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Next episode will be just an end of season report, all that sort of stuff. We'll go through, see what players we need to possibly buy, and all that sort of stuff. So let me know who you think we should buy, all that. So yeah, who we think we need to buy for the Champions League and all that sort of stuff. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. Remember to like and subscribe. I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.